Hello. Good morning. Happy Monday. I hope everyone's having a great day and that you had a good weekend. Um, and as every day, we are calling for a ceasefire. Permanent ceasefire everywhere. It would be heaven on earth. Today, I'm wishing my niece, welcome back, Joanne. I'm wishing my niece a very happy birthday, Elise. I love her forever and wish all good things to come to her. And we are starting our month of Tara now. So we finished Guanyin's month on Friday on March 1st just to close out the week. But now we're in solidly to the month of Tara. We are doing on my YouTube channel a 21 Tara daily practice for March 1st through 21st. So if you are of a mind to head over to my YouTube, it's at Yesha Matthews on YouTube. And if you go to my playlists, you'll see there's a 21 Tara Sadhana playlist, which has on it my Taras 1 through 4. And if you're really interested in the 21 Taras, you might want to tune in tomorrow to see. Good morning, Kim. You might want to tune in tomorrow to see what is one of my very favorite of the Taras. So what we're going to be doing for this month is reciting a brief wind horse practice of Tara by Patrul Rinpoche. Patrul Rinpoche is a very, very well-known Buddhist teacher, a very kind man who generously shared numerous writings and contributed a lot to the discourse. So this brief wind horse practice of Tara, we're going to do it. I'll do it once in Tibetan, once in English, and once in Tibetan. Lume chuksum chidang chitsun ma galyung ma drome jintu yi daki tsitsu palchor nyandra nam yarno dadang yargi tsochin du chepar kaje wangtang lungta nam nyampa soshing chatu gawa long shije lepe lamdu drowa dang sering neme de dang denjur shi. And that means, through the blessing and power of the unfailing Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, and of Jetsunma, mother of the Buddhas, noble Tara, may our lifespan, merit, prosperity, and renown increase like a waxing moon, like a rising summer lake. Especially may our good fortune, our Wangtang and wind horse, be healed when they weaken, rejoined when interrupted, raised up when sinking down. May whatever we do turn out well, and may long life, good health, peace, and happiness be ours. Lume chosum jidang jitsun ma galyum pama drome jintu yi daki tsitsu paljor nyandra nam yarnu dadang yargi sochin du chepar kaje wantang lungta nam yampa soshing chetu gawa long chije de lepe lamdu drawa dang sering neme de dang denjur shi. I haven't said this prayer in a long time, but I love it. It's one of my favorites. I used to have it completely memorized, and maybe by the end of this month, I will have it memorized once again because it's such a good one. One of the things I've thought about with that particular prayer is that I wish I was saying that on my deathbed. To be saying that prayer at the end of life, my gosh, calling on Tara, inviting her to help you, to be in that moment. So powerful. The deck we're using for this month is Buddha Wisdom Shakti Power, which is this one. Looks like this. It's by the artist and writer Laura Shanti. She created the art in this deck, and she also wrote her own book. It's so great. I love this one. Super excited to be back with this deck. Very evocative, beautiful deck with beautiful devotional art. And our first card today is Rahula, fierce planetary deity of the sky. Confront the things that scare you most. And it shows this fierce Rahula with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 heads, numerous arms. She's got thousands of eyes. She is rising up. You can see that she actually has a curling serpent's tail. She's part dragon. And actually, if you are into Vedic astrology, you'll hear of the planets, or you'll hear of Rahu and Ketu. Rahu and Rahula are considered to be connected. This is like a dragon energy. It's a serpent energy. She's a fierce protector. She's one of the Dharmapalas, or protectors of the Dharma. Formerly a, kind of a challenging deity, then dedicating herself to protecting the Dharma. Rahula began life as Rahu, a maleficent troublemaker born under a bad sign, son of a Naga, the serpent and earth treasure guardians, and a Rakshasa, a demon. Legend has it that Rahula snuck into a feast and sat between the sun and moon, causing an uproar and a scuffle. When they discovered her, whereupon they cut off, it says here, his head, but I've always had Rahula depicted as female, but we'll go on. Maybe this is, something I don't know. His head then roamed the sky, occasionally swallowing the sun or the moon in spiteful revenge, creating eclipses. So this is the mythos that gives rise to understanding eclipses. Astrology in general finds that calamities and disasters occur with the occlusion of the sun and moon's rays, so Rahula was greatly feared. Then Padmasambhava, on his journey, the Padmasambhava, the first Buddha of Tibet, he's the one, he's actually technically from Pakistan, who brought the Dharma into Tibet. The area that he's from is in Pakistan, and he's descended from the Saka people, who are the ancient nomadic warrior people. Padmasambhava, on his journey from India to Tibet, ran into a number of terrifying demons that plagued the land. One of them was Rahula. But Padmasambhava was crafty and a gifted, enigmatic magician. He tamed Rahula by first getting Rahula to say his name, then taking his power away from him and binding him to the ways of Buddhism. Like convincing the mafia to work on a sting operation for the FBI, Rahula became a heavy for the good guys. With terrifying eyes and gaping mouth, Rahula now protects and defends Buddhist teachings. His name became Rahula, meaning Lord, but also could mean, La also means a lot of things. La means, you also say La about females. You say La about land. La is a complicated syllable, but definitely connotes power. Rahula is the head of the Nagas. Poison is his favorite substance, and he is the patron of gamblers, prostitutes, and atheists. So, wow. No, not like any kind of like a confrontational energy to open our Tara month, but this is actually a brilliant card for helping us to tap into where things in our lives that may have seemed bad or negative or or unfortunate might actually open doors for us. Where in our lives can we see where something that we perceived as a bad thing actually ended up protecting us and helping us? That is the question. So as we go through our day today, that's going to be it's so interesting. This really makes me feel like I should have like a little Rahula shrine in my store because, We get all kinds of people coming in off the street, and sometimes people are like on drugs, and sometimes people come in and they're just like, really suffering and kind of like lost wandering souls. And I kind of feel like this being is the one who is unafraid to protect them, whether they're on drugs or whether they've, fallen on hard times or whether they're involved in crime or whatever else. One of the things I love about Buddhism is that there is like a practice for everybody and everything. There's nothing left out. There's no sense of like, this is holy over here, but that's bad, and therefore we shun it. It's like, well, this over here is what we're doing, and that over there, it also has a deity involved with it, also has a practice involved with it. And all of it is toward that karmic evolution. The ideal is that we are moving evolutionarily out of our lower patterns, our lesser karmas, our challenges, into our strength, our ability to have something to share, our ability to have the ability to be an exemplary figure. And none of us is perfect at that. None of us is ideal at that. So in this, let's think about today one area of our lives where it feels like maybe something has been bad or difficult or harmful, where in fact, actually, it is the gateway that opens us to something better or to a new or an improved way of being. So that's our short bit for today, if that's what you were here for. Starting out with Dharmapala Rahula. And now let's dive into our practice. We're going to start, as always, with 3 prostrations before the shrine. Okay. And let's take refuge. My goodness, when you have a protector like that one, what is there to fear? Namo Guru Be. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And let's set our intention today. I'm happy to report Pippa, who we've been praying for, she's healing and her dog is back with her, which is like her favorite thing. I'm so happy. I was so relieved to see that. And Red Fox is happily settled into her new place. Some of the folks that we've been praying for have been having improvement. I'd like us to please to continue holding Bibi, her family, and especially her son, Joey, who was in a really, really serious car accident and has a long road to recovery. He is has a traumatic brain injury as well as other injuries. And then, so we're holding Joey and Bibi and her whole family as they're going through this difficult time. And then I'd like us to hold my niece. It's her birthday, and I hope for her to have a happy, healthy, joyful day, happy, healthy, joyful year, happy, healthy, joyful life in every way, and whatever else is important for you to hold today. And let's recite the four immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful and aware of the tremendous suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a balanced point of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. And let's make our offerings. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way. May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this incense as an offering to Guan Yin, she who hears the cries of the world, mother of all. Om Ahum. 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 Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Guanyin, remain until the end of samsaric existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. 108 recitations of Namo Guanxin Pusa, awakening the essence of Guanyin within our own hearts and in this world. Namo Guanxin Pusa, Namo Guanxin Pusa, Namo Guanxin Pusa, Namo Guanxin Pusa. Namo Guanxin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pusa. Namo Guanxin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pusa. Namo Guanxin Pusa, Namo Guanxin Pusa, Namo Guanxin Pusa, Namo Guanxin Pusa, Namo Guanxi Yin 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 Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. And our brief prayer for the money reciter of Kham by Gyaltse Tokme Zangpo. Lama Jangkun Shiksim Lakchaksalo, Dakni Changchuk Nimpor Chike Bar, Gangdang Gangdu Kepa de Dang der, Tadu Tuje Champo Chitzin Shing, Gusum Gewe Chila Chapar Sho, Chamdang Ning Je Champo Kunlang de, Tuje Champo Dolchar Gepanam, Lame Changchu Chila Gopechir, Tuje Champo Trinle Je Par Sho. Homage to the Guru in Three Jewels, wherever I may be reborn in that place, may I always follow the great compassionate one and dedicate my body, speech, and mind to virtue, inspired by loving kindness and supreme compassion, in order to lead Mahakarunika's followers to supreme and unsurpassable awakening. May I carry out the great compassionate one's activity. Lama Dankun Suksum Lakchatsalo, Dakni Changchuk Nimpor Chike Bar, Gangdang Gangdu Kepa de Dang der, Tadu Tuje Champo Chazin Ching, Gusum Gewe Chila Chaparasho, Chamdang Ningje Champo Kunlangne, Tuje Champo Chiljar Gapana, Lame Changchu Chala Gope Chir, Tuje Champo Tranleje Parsho. And now 108 recitations of Om Mani Padme Hum, sending out our blessings to all who are in need today, particularly to Bibi and Joey and their family, and to my niece, and anyone else who needs a little extra boost of, especially of protection today, since we drew Rahula. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And let's give thanks for our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy, healthy, productive lives and great support for their good works. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life prayer for Lama Dechen Yeshe Wangmo. Om Sosti. Through the powerful blessings of the immortal Pema Jungye and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of Supreme Bliss Yeshe Wangmo be utterly stable, and may the light of her activities shine on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings so that they blossom in radiant splendor. And let's dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Guan Yin in our hearts. Namo Guan Shi In Pusa. And we close with a bow to Guan Yin, bow to one another, and a bow to the inner teacher. And I'm super excited that Facebook didn't cut me off today. I almost don't want to say it because I'm like, so sending out love, Leslie, for recovery from your frozen neck, your ribs out, your hip out, dislocated thumb, dislocated shoulder. Oh my gosh, Leslie, you've been through it. I wish I could get you a session with my chiropractor. He's amazing. I hope you can get access to some good chiropractic near you to put everything back, and make sure you're drinking your bone broth to help it all cement back together. And sending out love to everybody. Hope you have a great day, and I will be back tomorrow. And don't forget, Tara Sadhana starts at 8:30 on YouTube. Bye.